Hi. Before we start the other side of the tracks, we need to acknowledge that now, in the first half of 2024, technology is changing things faster than ever. So-called experts used to say that human creativity would always be safe. But AI generation of still images, video, and even music is already here. You can simply describe what you want and get an avalanche of good results, all in the blink of an eye, and all done without any effort, money, and most importantly, understanding or craft. AI has distilled the essence of the millions of existing works created by humans. AI is just maths and logic, which doesn't make for great podcast material. So instead we're going to hear from real people who can, before it's all lost to history, share how they use their imagination, ingenuity and skill to write and produce their audio creations. My name is Greg Barnett. An amateur musician, I arrived at songwriting quite late in life and eventually recorded, mixed, arranged and produced my songs using home studio technology. And the trials and tribulations I encountered are commonplace on the other side of the tracks. This podcast unravels the hidden stories that only audio creators are familiar with. Because any moment of listening pleasure is the result of many, many hours of challenges, decisions, experiment and sometimes luck, all afloat a sea of frustration and self-doubt. These stories from the other side of the tracks will not be about return on investment or commercial success. Instead, people will explain and dissect their recordings and reveal their process, the stories behind the final version of a particular song, album, soundtrack, radio program, jingle, talking book, or podcast. I'm going to flip the usual podcast conventions. Each episode will be 100% entrusted to the invited guest without any involvement from me. And rather than the same questions being asked in every episode, each guest will be free to lead us down a unique path of their own choosing. If you have an interesting audio project to be shared as an episode, then contact details are provided in the show notes. So please join me on this adventure where creativity takes the center stage and discover the unexplored stories from the other side of the tracks.
Name, please.
TOSOTT.
TSOTT? Was that with two T's?
Yes, please. Milk, no sugar.